Hi everyone. Today we learn about empathy. Let's start now. Students, what exactly empathy is? It is when you are able to understand how someone else might be thinking or feeling. Some people say empathy is like putting yourself in their shoes and trying your best to imagine what they might be going through. Why is empathy so important, children? Yes, empathy helps you know how to best respond to other people. Now let's listen to Susie's problem.
His cat ran away from home last night. Ask yourself, how do you think she might be feeling? Put yourself in her shoes for just a minute. Imagine if you were Susie and you had a cat that you loved and played with every day. Imagine if one day the cat was gone and you didn't know if it was ever coming back. How would that feel? Probably not great. If you were Susie, you'd likely be feeling sad, heartbroken, and very worried. Since you took the time to try to understand what Susie might be feeling, now you can better respond to her and connect with her in a way that is helpful. You could say something such as, I know how much you love your cat. You must be feeling really sad. Or you could do something nice for Susie, like offer to help put up posters around the neighborhood. Empathy is not only about figuring out how someone is feeling, but also caring enough to do something about it.
Students, from this video, I hope you understood that practicing empathy makes you a more caring person and a better friend. There are 4 ways to start practicing empathy in your day-to-day life. By paying attention to other people's feelings. Secondly, you can watch people's faces and body language to get an idea of how they might be feeling. Next, you can also listen to the words or the tone of their voice to get clues about what they are feeling or they're thinking. Yes, by paying attention to people's feelings, you will have a better idea about how to interact with them. Children, even if there is a situation that has nothing to do with you, there are still few ways for you to be helpful. You always think before you speak or act out. You may know a joke that you think is really funny, but if you can imagine that it may hurt someone's feelings, always realize that everyone is unique. Just because something is not a big deal to you doesn't mean that it might not be a big deal for someone else. Yes, everyone feels differently about certain situations, and that's okay. Now, let's listen to a poem.
What is empathy? It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another being. You see, empathy, it is a key element of emotional intelligence in you and me. Let's learn what empathy means. It's an opportunity to put yourself in someone else's situation. You see, have you ever seen a friend walking down the street and accidentally stub a toe on one of their 2 feet? You choose to immediately feel bad for them because you know how bad that it felt once when you stubbed your toe. Then you say to your friend, are you okay? I know how you must feel, yes, I can relate. By putting yourself into your friend's aching shoes and feeling what had just happened to them to give your friend the blues. That's called empathy. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another being that you see. Empathy, it is a key element of emotional intelligence in you and me. Do you know someone that got a bad grade on a test which made them feel bad about themselves and really overly stressed. You place your arm around them and say, I know how you feel. I also had a bad grade once and I know that your feeling's real. Then you say, try not to be hard on yourself. That's showing empathy by sharing your emotional wealth. Empathy's a superpower you naturally have. Use it to build meaningful relationships with people that are rad. That's called empathy. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another being that you see. Empathy, it is a key element of emotional intelligence in you and me. Empathy, it's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another being you see. Empathy, it is a key element of emotional intelligence in you and me.
So children, I hope you understood what is empathy and how to be empathetic. Here afterwards, everyone practice empathy.